Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're just seeing this beautiful face of mine for the first time, my name is Amanda Okolo and I'm a YouTuber here in Lagos, Nigeria. But if you're not, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my video. But if you're also new, ensure to join the family. Click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that you get a notification when I drop a new video. So I recently turned 25 years old on the 6th of January. Mind you, I'm filming this video on the 10th of January, so it was my birthday last week Friday. So I just thought to come and share with you guys all the things that I have learned so far. I know that there are a lot of videos like this on YouTube, but this particular one is special because I'm telling you the things I've learned so far from my own experience. I didn't just go on to any sites and copy a lot of things to come and push out here. I wrote these things from my heart. Obim. So if this sounds like something you're interested in watching, why don't you just sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. So you see me holding my book or you see me looking down most times, just know that I am looking at my book because I wrote down these things. So the very first thing on my list of the things I learned in my 25 years on earth is that everything will be okay. Everything will be alright, guys. I know that as young people, as human beings, in fact, it is easy to always panic and think too much and stress ourselves whenever something is not going as we plan, or whenever things are not going well. But how I wish, even me, I'm talking to myself too, because I panic too, I worry too. How I wish we can actually always just tell ourselves and remind ourselves in those moments that no matter what it is that is happening right now, last e go dey alright. Last everything will be alright. Last, and that's the truth. If you can be sincere to yourself, think back and think about the things that you've gone through. Think about how you were during those times and think about how you are now. Like, where are those problems, where are those things? Even though I know that every day something new comes up, but at the end of the day it will be okay. So that's the number one. So that's the very first thing I have learned, and I want to share with you guys. One point on my list is you need to move around and network. You need to move around and network. You need to, yes. Okay, let me give an example with myself. Most times you realize that most of the things that you know, or most of your beliefs, most of the way you see things, are because of your environment. I, for one, now, I cannot, most of the people I know, most of the people I've met, most of my friends are like in medical line, based off of I was a medical student, based off of I'm a medical laboratory scientist, based off of, so if you look around yourself, you see that most of the people you know are people in your field, people that have like people that you have a lot of things in common. So what does moving around and networking do for you? It exposes you, first of all. It opens up your mindset. Like, it changes your mindset about a lot of things. It opens up your mind. Like, it just makes you meet new people, see how people, like, see people's reaction to new things, meeting new people, networking. Like, you don't know where opportunities will come from. If we're in a meeting, if I'm in a meeting and we're deliberating on the best photographer to use for a particular thing, everybody in that meeting, the only people they can recommend are the people that they know. So imagine you're a photographer. If I am in a meeting and I'm asked to recommend a photographer, I don't know you, I cannot recommend you. So that's the beauty, or that's what moving around and networking does for people. So I won't say that I am the best at moving around and networking right now, but it's something that I am actively working on. So if you're watching this video today, begin to think about how you want to move around and network. Begin to think about how you are going to network. In fact, you don't even always have to even move around to network, even though that's like the best way of networking. Even on social media, you can begin to comment on people's posts, like, that's also networking for me. So moving around and networking is very, very, very important. So the next point on my list is be up to date with what is happening around you. The world is changing. When we were growing up, there are a lot of things, or a lot of culture, a lot of beliefs that our parents taught us that that is not what it is right now. There are a lot of things that our parents taught us that is not what it is right now. So be up to speed with everything that is happening in the world. Be up to speed with what is changing, right? On my list, that's like number 14 is you are unique. You are unique. You have your own unique set of skills. Appreciate yourself more. That's the four. This one is kind of long. You are unique. You have unique set of skills. So appreciate yourself more. Best believe that in this world, there are not two people that have the same skills. Yes, so I might know how to draw and you might also know how to draw, but there's something I will know how to do that you don't know how to do, and there's something that you know how to do that I don't know how to do. So every single person in this world is unique in their own way. So appreciate yourself more. Learn to appreciate yourself more. Most times we realize that we don't appreciate ourselves. We're always very quick to look outside and appreciate people. Oh, this thing that this girl is doing is nice. Oh, this girl is very beautiful. But have you ever appreciated yourself? So if you're watching this video, begin to appreciate yourself more. So the next thing I learned is that you will lose people. Some friendships will end, some relationships will end, but guess what? Your life must go on. What did I say? You will lose people. Like, it is inevitable. You will lose people. Some friendship will end, some relationships will end, in whether in a good or in a bad way. But guess what? Life must go on. We have to have it at the back of our head. Even me, I need to constantly remind myself that yes, I will lose people, because I know how hurtful it can be to lose somebody that you genuinely like, right? But you have to just tell yourself, remind yourself, on the journey to finding that one person that you're going to spend your life, the rest of your life with, you will lose a lot of other people. So it's okay for people to come into your life and leave. It is okay. What's most important is that your life must go on. That's something I learned. That's something I have learned in this my 25 years of age, and something I always need to keep reminding myself about. And I think that you should also keep reminding yourself about it. Yeah. Next thing I learned is build a better relationship with your parents. So guys, the light went out and I am already dressed, so this video must go on because yeah, so I had to change my setup. I'm currently facing my window. My window is by this side, so the light is coming in like this. So let's go on. So where was I? Build a better relationship with your parents. Guys, your parents are very, very important. You need to build a better relationship with them. I know that not every of you, or not all our parents are very, very supportive of our dreams, right? But no matter the case, your parents are your parents. You have to try your best to build a better relationship with them, because at the end of the day, they are not going to be there forever. You don't want to be wishing you had done better when they are no longer there. Yeah, you cannot do everything at the same time. Like this one, I learned it the hard way, because I'm somebody that does not like to give up at whatever I'm doing, and I realized over time that I start doing a lot of things at the same time. So it was always reducing my productivity at all levels. So I decided to cut off a few and focus on some. So what am I trying to say? You cannot do everything at the same time. If the need be, if you need help, you get help. If you need to employ somebody, you have to employ somebody, but you cannot do everything at the same time. I hope there's a dog barking outside. I hope it's not. In the Bible, they said, do not be afraid 60 times. 60 times, guys. What did I say? 60 times. So we don't have any reason whatsoever to be afraid, no matter what it is. I think this one, I don't need to talk too much about it, because the Bible has done justice already. So the next point on my list is, don't settle for one source of income. Do not ever settle for one source of income. Always strive. Like, always try, no matter how hard it is, no matter how hard your current 9 to 5 is. Just find a way to make, because if you settle for one sort of income, like the economy is not even funny. Not even funny. So how much does your one particular 9 to 5 want to give you? So always try your best to make sure that you're getting money from different places, right, at the end of the month. That way you'll be able to pay your bills and still have some money left for savings and investments, right? So the next thing on my list is you don't know it all. Anybody that thinks that they know it all or they can do it on their own is heading for doom. You don't know it all. Never be too shy to walk up to somebody and say, oh please, I don't know how to do this, can you teach me? Never be too shy to send a message or something. Just reach out to people that you know are better at this thing to teach you, or even learn on YouTube or something. You do not know it all. Don't ever think that you know it all, and don't ever be too shy to own up to the fact that you don't know how to do something. So the next point on my list is pay attention to the people around you and place them accordingly. Pay attention to the people around you and place them accordingly. Everybody you have around you are supposed to be on a certain level. You are supposed to on your own know how to place everybody that comes around you. Know the ones to keep at arm's length and the ones to bring close to you. Yeah. The next point on my list, this one, everybody should just listen. Like, open your ear and listen. Your colleagues and co-workers, and employers and boss, they are not your friends. They are not your friends. Everybody just wants to get the job done and move. Even your employers just want you to get the job done and move. Even though once they can come and try to act nice, don't get carried away. Just do what you're supposed to do, and it's just on I think it's just on very, very, very rare cases that you see bosses and colleagues that are actually very genuine. Tomorrow, if you're no longer in that job, if you're no longer working there, if somebody else comes, everybody will carry on from where they stop. So don't ever think that your colleagues, your boss, your don't ever think that like that they're your friends and they've got your back. That's a very, very big mistake that you'll be making. The next point, which is supposed to be like my first point, but I don't know why I wrote it here, is always put God first. Are seem People that seem to be very holy and very much invested in God has made it look as if God is one very scary human being that's waiting for us to commit sin and he'll slap us. But that's not the case. If you begin to see God like that, you will not be able to put him first in everything you do. Put God first in everything. No matter how silly you think this thing is, put God in it. No matter how, even I haven't even watched movies of thieves that are on their way to go and steal and they will pray. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just telling you, no matter how silly the idea or no matter how silly the thought is in your head, always put God first. Put him first. Always make it a habit to put him first. Yeah. So the next point on my list, this one, I learned it the hard way last year. Don't be judgmental. Don't be judgmental. You will never know what you will do if you're in some kind of situations. It's easy to sit in your house and say, this girl, this thing that she's doing. If I was in her shoes, I would never do this. It's easy to sit in your house and say it, but when you find yourself in their situation, you will never even know what you do. That's the truth. I learned it the hard way last year, and I might not be able to share what it is, but just take it from me. Try your best not to judge people. Try your best. You don't know what that person is going through. You don't, even if you know what the person is going through and you feel like it's a stupid thing, try not to judge them, because trust me, it's a different thing when you're listening to it as a story and when you are actually in it, right? So try your best not to be judgmental. So guys, they just brought the lights, but there's no way I am going back to my setup, so let's just round up this video here. So the number 15th thing I learned, or the number 15th thing on my list is all this interference. So I had to close my window because I don't know who is downstairs making noise. So the number 15 thing I learned is love yourself better than anybody else will. You see how people have high expectation of their boyfriends, their husbands, what they expect them to do. Beat them, beat them at that. Like, treat yourself better than you expect anybody to treat you. Love yourself better than you expect anybody to love you. It is only when you've been able to love yourself that you can even be able to give out love to other people. Yeah. So the next point on my list is choose only the people that choose you. Don't force anybody to choose you. Don't force anybody to tag you as important to them. The next one is be consistent and trust the process. It will make sense in the end. Be consistent and trust the process. It will make sense in the end. No matter what it is, no matter what your field is, no matter what it is that you're currently doing or you're currently trying to start up, be it YouTube, be it business, be it whatever it is, even education, just be consistent and it will make sense in the end. I remember when I was in school and I was always going to night class to read and all that because I wanted to come out with nothing less than 821, if possible a first class. That was my goal. So most times when I'm on my way to night class, even when it's raining, I'm going with my umbrella, even when like on the way, on the journey to, because it was a very long distance from my hostel to the classes where we go and read. So that distance, that journey, that walk from my hostel to the class was always a very long one for me because I must have woken up from sleep and I'm dragging myself to class. And most times I'm on the way there, I'm seeing my friends that are sleeping on their bed because you pass some other hostels before you get to the class. I'm seeing some of my friends that are sleeping on their bed, and sometimes I'm asking myself, why am I not sleeping like these people? Why do I have to go and read by this time of the night? Why am I not, But at the end of the day, when I graduated and I saw my results and I think we were just about five that had 2-1 in my department, my like that in hematology. That's like my department. And when I was looking at that brochure, because I saw my grade first of all for the first time on the on induction day on the magazine that they shared, because they had like our grades in the magazine. That was my first time of seeing my grade. When I saw it, I went to feel bad that I didn't get a first class, but when I saw the population of people that, or the number of people that had 2-1 were just like five and first class was just like one. Okay, nobody even had first class in my class. People that had 2-1 were like five. I was just grateful to God, because, and I started remembering all those very long walk to class, how I was always reading and all that. And this is just to say that in the end it made sense. In the end it made sense. Now I can come out and say, oh, this is what I had, this is my result. So trust the process. No matter what it is you're doing, trust the process because it will make sense in the end. The next thing I learned is we are in a spiritual world and you need to begin to speak things into existence. You need to begin to speak things into existence. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about this because I know that we are aware, or we know what I'm talking about. Next point is do not compare yourself with anybody. Everybody's journey is different. Do not compare yourself with anybody. The next point is I'm smiling because I wanted to make an entire different video about this point. Social media is not real life. People put up what they want you to see, not what is actually going on. So don't ever feel pressured by anybody, right? The next point on my list is you will never figure out life at once. You will never figure out life at once. It will keep unfolding. It will keep unfolding. It is a gradual process. You will never figure it out at once. It will keep unfolding. When I was in school studying to be a med lab scientist, it never occurred to me that I would one day be very passionate about YouTube and all that. But see me now. So you never figure life all at once. It will keep unfolding. So just sit back and enjoy the process. So the next point is try not to hold on to grudges, beef, quarrels. Try not to fill your heart and head with all of these things, because it will just end up draining you for no reason. Let go of that. People will hurt you, people will annoy you, people will just let it go. Yeah, there's a lot of things have happened in this video. Now my battery died and I had to change it. I don't know if I've left frame, but we must continue this video, we must finish it. The devil is a liar. Nobody owes you anything and you do not owe anybody anything. Never feel entitled to anybody's pocket or anybody. Never feel entitled to anybody, and do not let anybody feel entitled to you, right? So nobody owes you anything. High time you realize that and let it stick. So the number 24th thing is be your authentic self. Be your authentic self. Originality is key. Originality is key. The very last thing on my list is do not be afraid of change and be always ready to accept it. As you go through this journey called life, every day comes with a new change. Every season comes with a new change. Change is something that is very constant, and you have to be very ready to accept it. You have to be very ready to accept it, whether it's a change in what you do for a living, whether it's a change in how you see things, whether it's a change. It's very constant, so you have to have an open mind towards change. So with all this being said, this very chaotic video has come to an end, guys. I don't know why all the odds were against this video, but maybe this video is going to be the one that will blow up on YouTube. Amen. So we've come to the end of this video, and if you've gotten to this point, please click on the subscribe button, share this video with your friends, your loved one, your family members, and I'll see you next time in my next video. Bye.